So here we have this ZonDoo electric scooter, and here is my full review of it.
The craftsmanship and material that help make up this scooter is very nice, very durable, so it should last a very long time without having to make any repairs. Now, this is a scooter that has two motors, and here are the charging ports for them. The kickstand is very strong. It's able to hold the weight of the scooter no problem. It has a nice looking dust shield on the rear wheel. Right here it shows the mechanism that can fold the scooter, and here also is the mechanism that you can use to remove the seat. And in these shots, I am highlighting probably one of the biggest factors that separates this scooter from most electric scooters, and that is the suspension system. It has two suspension absorption points up at front and one in the back, which makes it very nice to ride, makes it nice and smooth as you're going over bumps and rocks and whatnot. There's also an additional shock absorber that is on the seat as well. And here is the storage bag that comes with the scooter. It's big enough to put small things in there like a bike lock. And here is the handle of the scooter, pretty much your command center as you're driving. Lots of different modes and features on this handle. This scooter does have two motors, and you have the option of turning either one or both of them on. And you also have two driving modes. There's eco and turbo mode. Eco is the most energy efficient mode, while turbo is the one that makes you go really fast. You also can reposition all of the devices on the handlebar just by loosening the Allen wrench bolts. On the left side of the handlebar, you have the turn indicator, horn, key ignition, and headlights control. The headlights have three settings. There's high beam, low beam, and strobe. And you also have rear brake lights. And here is what the turn indicators look like on the rear. And the horn itself is very loud. And here's what I would consider the dash of the scooter. You just hold the power button to turn this on if you already have the key and it's on position, and it also has the throttle control. This scooter does have 3 speed modes, 1 being the slowest and 3 being the fastest, but all 3 of these modes do go exceptionally faster if you have the second motor on. You can also tap the power button for additional readings like daily trip monitor or your overall odometer. It's pretty cool. And the last spec I'll talk about with this scooter are the wheels and brake system. Now, I've tried plenty of electric scooters, and the biggest flaw that I see with them is how touchy the brakes are. The brakes on this scooter are hydraulic, so they're very nice and you should be able to stop on a dime, but it's not super touchy. It's more of like a gradual hard stop depending on how hard you're pulling on the brakes themselves. So for me, that is already beating out most electric scooters on the market. And the tires themselves are very nice. They're definitely rated for off-road. As you can see, this scooter is absolutely stacked, but let's talk about the most exciting part about this scooter, and that is how fast it goes. This electric scooter by far is the fastest one that I have ridden to date. It's rated to go 56 miles per hour, which on a little scooter like this is incredibly powerful. And of course, that's a very high speed, but the acceleration, I would say, is even more impressive. To show off said acceleration, I traveled the same amount of distance on this stretch of road using 1 and 2 motors. The top part of the screen is what it looks like when you're only using 1 motor, and the bottom part of the screen is what it looks like when you're using both of the motors. So the acceleration is already good with only 1 motor, but when you add the second motor onto that, it's just phenomenal. I was using the green trash can on the left to measure my distance, and the single motor took an additional 7.5 seconds more to get there than the double motor did. So trust me when I say that not only can this scooter reach a really high speed, but it can get there very fast as well. And here is footage of what the scooter looks like when driving on a rocky dirt road. It handles it very, very well. Along with knowing the speed, acceleration, and rideability of an electric scooter, you also want to know the power it has as well. So to give you context, I weigh 170 pounds. I am going up a 10% grade-ish type of hill with the scooter, and it goes up no problem. It doesn't sputter at all, not really struggling at all, and I'm only using 1 motor too. So this scooter has a lot of power behind it. And I started on a full stop at the bottom of the hill. The battery also has a 60-mile charge, so it's plenty of charge for your daily commuting.
So explaining my overall experience in buying and riding this scooter, it's been nothing but awesome. So the number one thing that I've noticed, it's actually saved us a lot of money on gas. So about 70% of the time when I start my car, it's to travel somewhere where I can reasonably go with this scooter. So instead of starting my car to go to the store to pick up something that we may have forgotten in our grocery shopping, I can just take the scooter. So if I forget something small, I can just put it in this backpack here and then drive home, and I don't have to spend the gas money to do that. So that's saved us a lot of money in that area. And it also is really fun too. So I actually really enjoy taking this just on those short little trips. It's actually added a lot of spice and a lot of fun into my daily life. So that's been the best part about the scooter. Another thing about this scooter is that it's brought the family. They all wanted to come over to try it out, to see how fast it goes, and to all have fun together. And we've actually all been able to spend a lot of great time together because of this awesome scooter. And the feel that I get as I ride the scooter is also very, very smooth. So because of all the shock points, the one on the seat, one on the back, and then the two in the front, that gives enough cushion as you're riding to where if you're going over any major bumps, it doesn't hurt your back at all. It's able to be fairly smooth as you're riding, and then the speed also is just, it's out of this world. This thing is an absolute beast. Like, I've never felt such an exhilarating feeling before in riding something so small while being able to go so fast, and as well as the acceleration. So the speed's great, but the acceleration is even more impressive. So whenever you put it from single motor to dual motor, the acceleration is out of this world. The first time that I did it, I got actually really scared because of how fast this thing was going. So great experience, nothing but awesome riding the scooter. It's been such a great buy, such a fun way to be able to commute from work if you're close enough, or to go to the grocery store. Really, there's nothing bad that I have anything to say about this scooter, except that if you don't have it now, I definitely would recommend getting it. So great scooter, 100% recommend it to you.